Hello, good day. Welcome back again to this live broadcast. My name is Pastor Murphy, and I'm sure you've been blessed by our previous messages and videos. Well, we're continuing from where we stopped. We're still talking about the labor of the believers, the labor of the believers. We ended the last broadcast with a scripture, and I think I would like to start from there. The Bible talk about Proverbs 13 and 11. It says, "Worth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase." There is a blessing in laboring. There is a blessing in laboring. He that gathereth in by labor shall increase. One of the biblical definition of labor is that we put our hands to duty. One of the things that Jesus never encouraged is an idle man, is an idle mind, or better put, idleness. You remember the story when the parable was given to them, that he found some of them who were not working, he called them into the field. We'll look into that in our next broadcast. But right now I want to let you know that if you are a believer, no matter who you are, every work has a labor, is field where we labor in. If you're a pastor, there is the kind of labor for a pastor. If you're a business person, there is the kind of labor for a business person. You have to discover what your labor is. You cannot live to the point where you are without labor. That means you're already getting useless. So as believers, one of the things that gives us great dignity is our labor. Proverbs 14 verse 23, it says, "In all labor there is profit. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury." There are a lot of people who talk a lot. I know people who can use their mouth and they could say a lot of things, but because they do not labor, they amount to penury. But profit always comes to those who labor. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 13 says, "And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor." This is a gift from God. Listen, laboring is a gift from God. If God gives Adam a garden to till, who are you? He gives every one of us a garden to work in. We have to put our hands in the plow, and we don't have to look back. You must labor. You must labor. Matthew chapter 9 and verse 38. Matthew 9:38. It says, "Pray ye therefore that the Lord of the harvest, that he send forth laborers into his harvest." That he will send forth laborers into his harvest. There is a harvest that God has in the earth. And guess who God is looking for? Laborers. I'm sure you're going to be making yourself available for God to use, because God cannot use a lazy man. God cannot use a man who loves idleness. You've got to put your hand in the plow, you've got to labor, and you've got to love laboring. You've got to love laboring. Listen, stress do not kill. In fact, every good thing that will give birth to an earth comes through stress, some kind of stress. All right? It is aimless work. It is aimless energy. It is aimless work that brings to death, not stress. Labor sometimes have stress here and stress there, but at the end of the day, we smile when we see what our stress, what we have been strained to give birth to. Friends, God is waiting for you to put your hand in the plow. Let me round up this broadcast by reading Matthew 11 and 28. He said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor." God will not call you in when you are not a laborer. God bless you. I'm sure you've been blessed by this broadcast. See you next time.